everyone, this is Canadian Queen 76, and I'm here to review Braxton Family Values, Season 2, Episode 10. In this episode, Toni is inducted into the Georgia Hall of Fame. I want to apologize first and foremost because I did record this video days ago, but I didn't like what it looked like in the edit, so I just went ahead and ditched that one and started new. So here we are. Hey, I forgot about you guys. So, Toni sits down with her sisters, and she's like, hey, guys, I want you all to sing for me. Every person inducted into the Georgia Hall of Fame can bring an act on the stage. And so she was very gracious about it, and she wanted to say, this is an opportunity for my sisters to do something for me. And she truly was excited for them to do it because she knows that they would do a good job on her songs. Who better than her sisters to do Toni songs? I mean, they sound just like her. They all look alike. So she was like, I can't wait. She was truly excited, to ask them for the opportunity, and they accepted. Yay! But then we flash forward to the studio. And in the studio, they're getting the songs together, and Toni comes up with the idea to do a medley, which is awesome because every sister can showcase a different Toni song. They can all put it together. Every sister can shine, and they can shine for Toni because this is who it is for. Well, it all sounds good in the in your head, but then we start practicing. And then when the practice goes, Trina, I had to give it to Trina. Trina was in it. She was practicing. She was getting her thing up. Tracy was there. She was in it. She was getting her thing down. Tawanda was there. She was in it. And then Tamar decides to give her ideas. Tamar's like, okay, what's y'all ideas? But no, before that, she was already talking about her ideas, and they were like, Tamar, we already have ideas. Everyone has a piece of paper in front of them. And Tamar just completely disregards that. She's like, well, y'all got no ideas, so I think we should go with our ideas. So, Tamar's already bogarting and being bossy, already, leading everybody in this dictator kind of way, not democratic whatsoever. And then, of course, when you push on somebody, they're going to push back. So the sisters are not enjoying the practice. What should have been a great, fun practice, thinking about Toni, thinking about being together, ends up turning into a resentful kind of atmosphere because Tamar starts to be bossy and take over like she does. And I know for Tamar it's coming from a place of love because she wants the show to be right. She doesn't want them to look silly. She wants everybody to, do what they got to do. But this is coming from a place of fear for Tamar, and she's just, everybody is fearful as Tamar. No one's fearing that they're going to go up there and look silly to, just a small handful of people. That's why you go on tour, because you showcase your skills to different groups of people. Oh, my goodness. So Tamar she's just a fun snatcher. She takes all the fun out of the practice. She sabotages the practice, and then everybody gets upset. Tawanda has to take some calls because she's still, acting a little bit as Toni's assistant, helping Zoe, because Zoe can't pick up all the pieces of Toni's life, and so she was trying to get Toni's flight arrangements together, so that way Toni can get where she needs to get on time. Tamar disrespects that whole process because she's like, all she sees is Tawanda's on the phone. So Tamar walks out of the practice with Trina and Tracy, and then when she walks past, she sees Tawanda still on the phone, so then this is the time for her to just attack Tawanda while she's on the phone. Disrespectful. I don't care if you're mad that she's on the phone. She is on the phone, and you're talking to her while she's on the phone, so you're disrespecting. 2 hours don't make it right. That's just really what it is. So let's fast forward. They should have had about a month of practices by now. A month of practices, because Toni gives them plenty of time to do it. I don't know if y'all caught that, but it was a month when she asked them from the day of that to the day of the induction ceremony. So everybody's flying in. Toni's father flies in, and there's a cute little scene where Toni's father, Michael Sr., is riding in a car with their cousin. I believe his name is Jay. Jay has instructions to take Michael Sr. to Trina's house. They're driving, and he takes her to Miss E's house, and Mike Sr. is in the car having like a spasm attack. I think he's about to have a heart attack. He's like, whoa, I know the way to Miss E's house. What you doing, Jay? What you doing? Well, they end up there in front of Miss E's house. At that same time, Miss E comes out, and she's shaking the mailbox. I swear, even though they didn't play it, I felt like the Jaws music was playing. Burn up, burn up, burn up. She's looking like, what's this fool doing in front of my house? And he's looking like, get me out of here, get me out, like he's about to die. Man, I just thought it was so funny. Toni. Because if you think about the history of their relationship, okay, he was in a relationship, you know, with another lady, and when they got a divorce, it was real messy, and he ends up, when the divorce is final, because you know it takes a while for a divorce to be final, he gets married to this lady 30 days afterwards, and then 10 years go by, and this is still the reaction he's having to seeing Miss E, and this is the reaction she's having to seeing him. Man, there's some underlying stuff that they ain't worked out, you know. So Jay gets him out of there, and they hightail it to Trina's house. That was hilarious. So let's fast forward to the day of the induction, because I believe everybody came in a day prior, and the girls are in the hotel suite, and they're getting ready, and they're talking, and they prepared speeches. And so these speeches that they prepared, they were excited, but Tawana gets a call from, you know, Georgia, I guess the inductee ceremony representatives, and they're like, hey, if you're not performing, you cannot be on stage to give a speech. Glitch. Because at this time, even the audience doesn't realize that, hey, these girls didn't get it together. For that whole entire month, they did not get themselves together to give Toni a proper introduction. They didn't even put a show on for her. But now we go fast forward to the red carpet, and Toni still doesn't know. These girls, these ladies were so cowardly that they did not even tell their sister that they couldn't get it together so that way she can get somebody else in their place. There are plenty of good singers out there that would have relished that opportunity to showcase something for Toni, and her sisters could not even face her. So Toni does not even know that they are not going to be on stage. We know now, but she doesn't. So they're going through and walking on the red carpet. Toni's excited, can't wait, telling the press, I can't wait to see what my sisters are going to do for me. And then, of course, the press is going to ask the sisters when they get out of the car, like, oh, what you got prepared? And it was just sad. I was like, oh, my goodness. I was wanting somebody to get to her before it all happened. Oh, my goodness. She got 4 sisters. Nobody said nothing. Oh, but there was an interesting scene where, and it was funny that the editors put this in there, but Tamar was walking the red carpet, and somebody was like, who are you? And she goes, oh, my name is Tamar, and they're like, oh, okay, oh, you're one of her sisters. She's like, yeah, it's okay. See, Tamar, don't let this stuff go to your head. Your 15 minutes of fame right here. Quit playing. So anyway, we go in there, and they're all sitting down, you know, in the audience, and Toni is backstage, and she's like, I'm waiting for, you know, my sisters to perform, and I can't wait. And then she realizes they're giving her introduction. She's looking like, oh my goodness, my sisters are still sitting out there. Nothing's happening. So they do it, you know, they introduce her, she gets her award, and she's out, you know, she is gracious, she accepts it, and then she's off the stage. She goes backstage with Carrie, her ex-husband, and they're sitting back there. Nobody comes back there. They said a limited amount of people can go back there, but nobody goes back there. Nobody. That is so sad. You can tell that she's the oldest because she, you know, she was disappointed. She sucked that in, but she still put a smile on her face for her fans. My goodness. So then we fast forward to Dr. Cherry's office, and Tamar's running her mouth about something, and then Toni walks in, and everybody gets quiet. Toni tells everybody she's disappointed in every one of them, and they had nothing to say. All heads were hung down and shaking, because, I mean, that was ridiculous. And Tamar apologizes, and I'm pretty sure the rest of them do, too. I mean, we only see Tamar apologize from the bottom of her heart. But, I mean, they really crushed her spirit, because this was the first time that their egos, every one of them, their egos got the best of them in a situation where they can't even come through for somebody, and that is exactly what happened. And, you know, Toni accepts their apologies, and she moves on. But it just tells you that, you know, everybody wants their way, or it's the highway. It's their way or the highway. And you can't operate like that, because you still have to remember the goal of the whole situation, which was to be there for your sister. And you couldn't even do that. And you couldn't even face her when you realized that you couldn't do it. Oh, my goodness. So that's what happened in episode 10. I hope y'all like this review. And thumbs up, like, and share this on Facebook. Comment, too, because I love to respond back to y'all's comments. And watch this show. You can watch it on channel Team Fabulata T on YouTube. And if you don't know where that is, I'll be happy to show you. And I can't wait till this week's episode, episode 11. Canadian Queen is out.